I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Make sure you guys go to Silent Hero Films, man. Go check it out, man. I want to say thank you guys for the support. And this is going to be a real belabored and sobering video for a lot of you guys, man. But first, I wanted to say I was watching Drew Titan this morning. And I appreciate it. Him understanding, learning the realities of this. And I figured I'll put some real numbers on top of it so you guys can understand what the hell is going on and wake up these fighters. And just wake up the world about the paradigm, because he mentioned, I'm going to tell you guys, he mentioned me questioning Golden Boy about the emails. I was the only person to ever interview them on camera about it, whether it was the Ring Magazine editor and Oscar De La Hoya. I got my 40 seconds with Oscar De La Hoya, and he politely jizzled away. Yeah. And but no one has ever asked him. And with that being said, I was on basically the only man. I was on the only line. You know, people are black online and talk, and people say they're part of these black groups, but no one has ever stood in front of the lion and told him, this is my stake. You know, I'm the only one in the history of the sport to do it consistently, right? Whether it was Bob Arum, Oscar De La Hoya, Eddie Hearn, you know, it's been me. And I personally don't care. My relationships in boxing will either remain the same or get worse or get better. I'm just steadfast on telling the truth. And in that moment in 2018, when it was in that moment I realized it was a joke, because prior to that, it was Chavez and Canelo where I asked the Ring Magazine. I got some new people that may follow, and everything is logged on my time stamped on my platform as well. Canelo and Chavez, I politely gave them my credential. I personally didn't care about a credential. I'm wealthy. I can afford my own food, my flights. I can afford my own ticket. I can be a journalist without your permission. And that's just been the journey of my life. You know, if you comply, that makes you a victim of conformity. And conformity, according to Earl Nightingale, is the greatest sin on earth, conformity. And I refuse to conform, right? This is why I never acknowledge someone as my leader. I may say, hey, I work with you. We're cool. We can work together. But I'm the head of the Team Hawthorne, and that it will remain even after death, because my teachings and my financial sacrifices and disciplines will be in the Hawthorne bloodline forever. And this is going to be a real belabored video, right? So just hang with me. And then in that weekend, Al Haymon canceled the press conference because he didn't want me asking Oscar De La Hoya in them interviews about the nigga emails. And it was in that moment I woke up. You know what I mean? Now I still had to physically, logistically maneuver and find my sense of peace. You know what I mean? And it was in that moment, that weekend. It was coincidentally, it was Malcolm X's birthday that weekend, where Jojo Diaz fought Gary Russell. And you know, y'all know how I feel about Malcolm X. So when you feel, and I'm not know by me, but if you know me, you know me. I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars making films and traveling and um, doing what I do in honor of him. In addition to my talents, no more skill at this point. At 45, um, it was in that moment I realized Al Heyman was a joke. Al Heyman monetized him playing the victim, being the black man, basically, right? And if you guys don't know, you guys know now. Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford basically agreed that they made the fight, and Al Heyman played them the first half of all of last year. And um, I was curious why nobody asked Errol Spence about what did he mean when he say feel like he's getting played. I was very interested to see how media would portray him, and I understand there's a lot of stands out there, whether it's Champ Side, Boxing Ego, Everything Boxing, Money Brown, who else? I haven't listened to them in a minute. I've unsubscribed to them, and but they've been painting the narrative as, Fred don't know what he's talking about. He's crazy and this and that. But I understand how you need the AdSense to make money and build your channel. So you have to go with that narrative, because whether you're anti-black or pro-black, it's very financially rewarding on this internet, right? Like you can say Jesse Lee Peterson versus the conscious community, Brother Polite. Like it's very profitable, right? And and so I've had a lot of labels, whether I was a coon, whether Trill Boxing Talk called me the fake Malcolm X, or uh, a coon. I mean, I've been labeled everything on this internet, right? Which is, I mean, I'm very the the beautiful thing about it is it's means if it had a value, it would be like 0.0001%, because I'm the biggest agitator in the world with the truth. And I'm going to present the evidence right now. But I said all that to say, y'all better start waking up, because Charlo is getting played out of his mind. And y'all don't even understand the play. Drew Titan dabbed in it a little bit, but he didn't present the facts. I'm going to present the facts to y'all today. It's gonna be about a 25-minute video, maybe. I don't know how long it is, but y'all sit back, fasten your seatbelts, grab your popcorn, and I don't care who I offend. Because if the fighters don't speak up, then it's gonna be politics as usual. Al Heyman's name is not they. Al Heyman's name is Alan Heyman. You need to call him by his name. And if he's done something wrong to you, you need to acknowledge it. Just like if Bob Arum has done something wrong to you. Just like if Eddie Hearn has done something wrong to you. Al Heyman's name is not they. Him, the business advisor. His name is Alan Heyman. Just as I called Eddie Herman when Eddie Herman. Eddie, that's how, if you combine Al Heyman and Eddie Hearn, is Eddie Herman. But just how you combined, excuse me, just how I flew to Arlington and forfeited my ticket to Tank Davis in Baltimore in the same weekend. I had paid $300 my hot wire. You guys know how I travel. Non-refundable, the cheapest flight I could find. Red eye on a Wednesday night, get there Thursday morning. Y'all know how I do. And I forfeited that ticket. He was fighting some no-name guy, and I flew to Arlington just to interview and antagonize Eddie Hearn. And I did just that. Yeah, there was many people that enjoyed the entertainment of it. Fine, I understand it. And there's only 5% of y'all that understood the truth of it, of why I did it, of how I stood on truth. Now, I'm not painting myself out to be this visionary or this perfect man. And Dre will tell you we've gone back and forth. I wouldn't say failed, but I've have my shortcomings, and it is what it is, in life, in my personal life, in business. But when you've done wrong by the people, it's time for you to acknowledge it. Similar to Malcolm X with the Nation of Islam. He done wrong by the people. So what he did, he went before the people and told them, hey, I've made a mistake by telling you the Nation of Islam and Elijah Muhammad was God in the flesh. His teachings is no longer relevant and is completely wrong. He is not that man. So I use my platform to say Al Haymon was great for boxing and he will do good. He will do good by these fighters because it's more than black fighters. I have to use my platform to say I was wrong. I don't care about I've never cared about the money. I don't get here and cry and say I'm being shadow banned. My AdSense, my cash, not the Cash App, the strikes. What is it called? I don't even know because I don't even I rarely get any. But what is it called? Super chats. People live off your super chats. Yeah, they live off of them, and I don't care what people say about me at this point. You know what I mean? I'm in a mansion. I'm wealthy, worth over. I'm a deca millionaire. Kids will be deca millionaires. Dre is uberly successful. I am uberly successful. Kids speak 2 languages, play the piano. You know, where it's a dream life. You know what I mean? If I closed my eyes and pictured my life, I wouldn't have dreamed this life. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, now that you guys have the background, I don't play the victim. I don't care how you take this message. I'm basically, in terms of internet hate, I'm basically the Teflon Don. I personally don't care. I have no desire to call anybody online or call a media member. I have no desire. I'm going to stand alone and go volunteer in about 2 hours, 3 hours of my time and help get these kids better at basketball. And then in the evening, I'm going to do the same thing. Why? Because I've made sound personal decisions in my life, period. And with that being said, I am not under the PBC banner, so I will basically present the evidence. Bear with me because, you know, I haven't been live in a minute, and I need to go by this. So let's and you guys get a pen and piece of paper so you guys don't have to go back and forth and rewind and fast forward. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys what Caleb Plant did. You guys see that? Caleb Plant did 800,000 buys. Right? Do we see that? Caleb Plant did 800,000 buys at $79.99. Do we see that? I'm going to do the math for you guys live on while we do this. So bear with me. This video is going to take a minute, okay? Because as I told you, I'm not clean with sharing anymore. But we have that, right? Because I'm going to go to the calculator and we're going to work it out. All right? We're going to go to the calculator. Now I'm going to drop this Addy in this so I don't have to keep on sharing. Right? 800,000 times 7. And I'm only going to use the high number, okay? I'm only going to use the high number, okay? I'm not going to use low number. Use high numbers on all of them so it's even. The high number is 800,000, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, right? Times 79.99 equals 63 million. Equals 63 million. And so we're going to round up to 64 million, right? Canelo and them did 64 million, right? Because we need to do the real numbers. We got to do the real numbers, right? Now, what did the gate do? We got to figure out what the gate did, all right? Let me find the gate. I had it queued up. I must have went over it real quick. Well, it's in my I know the number, but I want to do it in front of you guys so you guys can see it. All right. It's 18 million, but I want you guys to see it live. All right. Here it is right here. Canelo Plant did around 18 million. Let me find it. Damn. Oh, here it is right here. So I'm going to drop it in, right? Are you guys ready? I just could have used this. At the bottom, reception. You see the reception, guys? Canelo did 18 million, sold that many tickets, 16,000 tickets, and generated $64 million. So 18 million plus 64 is how much? How much is that? 82 million, right? 82 million. Caleb Plant did 82 million. And the reason why I'm only going to use them because that is Showtime pay-per-view, right? It's not Floyd Mayweather that they did 10 years ago. This is the only fight that they've done with him on pay-per-view, right? So that has substantial value, right? So here, this is what we have: $82 million Canelo Floyd generated. I mean, Canelo Plant generated. Now let's go to the suspected guarantees. Canelo's purse versus here it is right here. Y'all know the answer, but I'm gonna just put it in there for you guys. This is real. Y'all see that? 40 million. Plant gets 10. Now keep in mind, they generated $82 million. $82 million. And a lot of you gonna say, well, what about the sponsorships? That's different. That's different because that's not reported. It will never be true on both sides of the fence. All right. The manager will never tell truly how much Canelo, Tecate, and all them. But Canelo was a genius. Everything goes straight to him. The Heinekens, that he has some high fashion designer supporting him. Whoever, you get what I'm saying? So, and Canelo was in complete control. Y'all do know that Canelo visited Al Haymon in Cleveland because his mom was sick. And you know what he told Terrence Crawford? Well, we can't meet right now because my mom is sick. So why would he meet with Canelo and his mom in a worse situation? His mom is over 100. She has the same birthday as Muhammad Ali, right? She's well over 100, 101, 102. God bless her soul. This is not an indictment on the mother. I'm talking about Al Haymon's character and business practices, right? 40 million, right? They drew 82 million. Canelo's guarantee is 40 million. Caleb Plant's guarantee is what? 10 million. You guys get it? Now, do we want to go to now? Hopefully you guys got your pen and pencil because now I'm about to go to what they say they did at Spence. We're going to take the high number, right? We're going to take the high number. We're not going to take Spence versus Crawford pay-per-view numbers. What's the pay-per-view buys? We're going to take the high number. We're going to did roughly around the same thing generated around, right? 700,000. Right? We're just going to take real numbers. We ain't playing. Same site, same source, Google, right? 700,000. Right? So now we got 700,000. How much did it cost? We know it was $84.99, right? But I'm gonna type it in right now. So how much? Because this video is gonna live forever. How much was pay-per-view? We know it was $84.99, but for historical purposes, I need to put it in here. $84.99. Y'all see that? Now let's go to the calculator. $84.99 times 700,000. Y'all see the calculator? Make sure it's in there. It's in there. 84.99 times 700,000 equals 59.4. Equals 59.4. I'm not going to round up. I'm just going to say $59,000. Okay, 59 million. Okay, I'm not going to round up. I'm going to round down. So I'm going to take that that 93,000, I'm gonna take that off. Remember, I rounded up for Canelo, but I'm gonna round down for Errol Spence. 59 million, right? Now, what did the gate generate? Let's check the gate. 59 million plus the gate. Let's see. We're just doing real numbers. And I'm gonna tell you how Al Haymon played you Negroes. I'll get there in a second. Where we at on time? Oh, it's gonna take longer than anticipated, but this is a very, very important video to all the Negroids out there. And I'm gonna be driving this Freedom Rider bus all by myself. I already know. See, when you wake up, when you know the truth, you know the truth. Now, where we at 84 now, what did the gate do? Let's check the gate. Spence, we know what the gate did, right? But because it just came out last week, what did the gate do? The gate generated $21 million. We know that, but I'm gonna put it in there because it's fresh. But for history, $21 million. Right? Y'all see that, right? $21 million. Right? So 59 plus 21 is what? 80 million. Canelo only generated, based off the same source, Google, right? The first Google and Wikipedia, right? And guess what? These numbers, I don't know if they have to be accurate, but they're in the ballpark, right? Canelo Plant generated $2 million more. Let's check Spence Crawford purse. I heard it was 10 million guaranteed or something crazy like that. I don't know. It never was reported. I don't know. It's not. I couldn't find it prior, and I can't find it now. All right. Somewhere on the lines of that. But I'm just here to tell you, if Canelo's getting 40 million guaranteed, and Plant is getting 10 guaranteed, how much should Spence and Crawford be guaranteed? 27 and 23 million? If Spence is the ace high, I don't know how you figure it out, but I'm just here to tell you guys that the math ain't mathing. Ain't that what the culture say? The math ain't mathing. Now, I'm gonna tell you how Jermell Charlo got played. We all know how Al Haymon used Errol Spence blind loyalty, and I know Team Spence is probably gonna be mad at me for telling this, but I'm not mad, but just like, oh man, how it's just the truth. Like I want to wake the world up. Like I said, at 45, you guys are gonna love me. Right now, you guys not gonna love me because it is what it is. Not personally. I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed to you disliking me. You know what I mean? In the moment. But here's Tszyu's record. Watch this. Watch this. Can y'all see that? Y'all see his last three opponents? Terrell Goucher in Minneapolis. And then what happens after Minneapolis, his last two fights? He was what? They was in Australia. He sent Tony Harrison over there to get beat and Ocampo over there to get beat. And then what happens after that? I'm going to tell you what happens after that. Y'all think all this happens by accident. They're going to hate me for this video. All right, let's go to sporting news. See if it's real quick. Y'all see it. Jermell Charlo basically will be stripped. As soon as he walks in the ring, he will be stripped. Listen, watch this. Y'all see that? September 30th, as soon as he walk in the ring, Jermell Charlo will be stripped of his WBO belt. Upgrading who? Upgrading him to, oh, it just disappeared on me. What the hell happened? Oh, it's right here. He will be stripped. So the point I'm saying is this: Jermell Charlo, Al Haymon used you. It was a plan all along. You are a pawn in this Ponzi scheme. Now let me put it on me. It's on me, baby. Make sure y'all go get, before I get into this diatribe, I'm about to make sure y'all go get silent.
It's what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
See, I'm my own sponsor. You know what I mean? Y'all, can somebody sponsor me? Put up my own money for the film. Sold over 20,000 copies sitting in this chair. Thank you, Asia Math. Math Asia. Asia Math. I appreciate you for the chair. Now, over 20,000, by the way. Now you say, Fred, what the hell are you talking about? This was a plan all along to move Tszyu up, have Jermell Charlo fight Canelo, and guess what has to happen? Jermell Charlo is going to be a road warrior. He's going to have to fight Tszyu, man, for undisputed. He's going to have to fight Tszyu to be undisputed. He got to fight Tszyu for already accomplishing what he's accomplished. Tszyu was promised the belt, just like Jermell Charlo was promised the Canelo fight. Because here's what, see, Al Haymon, he's a businessman. He's from Harvard, right? He has common sense. He played upon your weaknesses, Jermell. Monkeys like shiny things. You said, well, I'm going to let my boy Errol Spence handle Terrence Crawford. I'm not going to go after him. But my brother, I'll betray my brother and get the money. My blood brother, but I won't betray my boxing brother. Al Haymon knows this. Al Haymon knows Jermell Charlo's allegedly in debt to him. He got him on the hook. And he knows your relationship isn't the best. He played you. He used you. He played upon your weaknesses. I'll give you $8 to $10 million to keep me in control of this sport. You don't sell tickets, Jermell. You've never had a hometown fight. You flopped on pay-per-view. We put you in on Christmas and you lose to Tony Harrison. What good are you? He doesn't mind you running around here with this fake bravado. I'm not going to call it fake because you've been consistently this guy, this bravado. He knows you're ignorant. He knows you're going to go buy another Lamborghini. He knows you're going to go buy another Wraith. Go buy some gold chains. He knows you're going to fly a private jet that he doubles the chart, allegedly puts his money on top of it. You think you're getting a discount? He knows you want to fly private. He knows you want to go to the Drake concert and when it hits Houston, and he knows your girl wants to go see Beyonce, and y'all think y'all getting those tickets free. Nah, it ain't free. Y'all got to pay TGB. Just because it don't say Al Haymon on the damn ticket, you think Al Haymon ain't getting this cut? No, it's called TGB Promotions. And he knows y'all not smart enough to audit the pay-per-views. So you don't know what the pay-per-views did internationally. You don't know how many pay-per-views it's going to sell in Guatemala if they sell it in Guatemala, or Australia if they sell it in Australia, or Auckland, New Zealand, or in the Philippines. You know what I mean? Or in Mexico. But I think Mexico gives it the fighters for free, right? Canelo fights. See, y'all under this umbrella that Canelo has a country behind him. 800,000 people is not a country. Mexico has over 23 million people. Population in Mexico. This is just going off memory. Said 23 million. The fuck was I? I meant to say 123 million. I'm sorry. What is Mexico's population in 2023? See, y'all believe anything these boxing people tell you. I'm the truth. 126 million people. That's far less than 1%. He has a whole country behind him, right? Y'all said he has a whole country behind him. Look, 126 million. Where's the country? Where's the country? And the population only grows. It's probably 130, and that's just legal. Anyways, that's Dre just coming in from her run. So guess what I gotta go do? We tag team partners. So she tagged me. I tag her in. She tagged me out. But yeah, this is what we're doing. So Canelo doesn't have a country behind him. And Fred has been telling you guys the truth all along. Now, the big question, Drew Titan brought this up. Listen to me and listen to me clearly. If they're doing the same numbers, $2 million apart, right? If you can find other numbers to prove me wrong, I took the top number of all of them because I didn't want to say, oh, estimated close to. I took the top number. Y'all saw it, right? And I actually took $93,000 away from Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. And I added about 90,000 to them. So it's about 180,000 difference with the 2 million difference, right? If they only separated by $2 million, how come they didn't have money for Terrence Crawford last year? Do you understand why? Al Haymon wants to be in the Canelo business. Jermell Charlo gets stripped. Canelo doesn't. Same 4 belts. Same 4 sanctioning bodies. Tyson, I know it's a different sanctioning body. Tyson Fury is fighting Nagano, doesn't get stripped. It's not about how black you are. It's about how green you are. 2018, I woke up. I have basically probably no friends in boxing, no public friends in boxing. No one wants to stand beside me. Al Haymon's so powerful. He got Sean Porter scared to say Al Haymon. And he's retired. Sad part about that is he won't even hire Sean Porter to do the fight that he's fought both of them. You know what I mean? Scams this early. Scams this early in the morning. 9:20 in the morning. Scam. Y'all call them. You talk about being played. Errol Spence. For Al Haymon's plan to work, Jermell Charlo had to be out. For Al Haymon's plan to work, Errol Spence had to be out. He didn't have the money. Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia was lightning in a bottle for him. They hit it. But the play was already preconceived. Here's how we get Canelo. Here's the play. Tap, 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 tap. Jermell Charlo will take the fight over his brother. Oh, he wants to be better than his brother, so we're gonna play upon that. Yeah, we'll let Ellie cover them. We're not gonna let Frederick cover them because he'll uncover the truth. But Ellie, he'll keep everything in motion. You know, Ellie's gonna ask everybody about the slap. So now we got a distraction. Jamal has to fight Caleb Plant. Jermell rides off into the sunset. He's the underdog, scheduled to get the life beat out of him. That's what Vegas is going to say. If he pulls the upset, Al Haymon will be sick. Al Haymon will be sick to his stomach if Jermell Charlo beats Canelo Alvarez. I'm telling you. Y'all think I'm lying? If I'm lying, if Al Haymon is such a great businessman, why didn't he say, David Benavidez, take it or leave it? Canelo had nowhere to go. And the same YouTubers that I mentioned earlier, they're clowns because they're part of the circus. Oh, Fred about you was a clown. I was a clown. But you don't know till you know. And now I'm free. Ain't nothing like being free. None of these media members are free. They want interviews. Do y'all want me to do the Gary Russell, Carl Frampton, Leo Santa Cruz, Abner Mares quadruple? How you say? Quad? Triangle? I'm about to say triangle. Rectangle? How it was all a play? And y'all saying Gary Russell don't fight nobody. Nah. Al Haymon just won't let him fight nobody. Gary Russell, y'all say Gary Russell don't fight nobody. Nah, Al Haymon won't let him fight nobody. Shout out to the best fight I've ever seen on TV, Roy Jones. Never seen him live. So we sit here 36, 37 minutes in. It's going to be pretty sobering for some guys. Y'all, many of you guys will still say Fred is a coon. Fred is the fake Malcolm X. And that's cool too. But Terrence Crawford just told you. I watched the Breakfast Club interview. I'm going to post that. I got to. You know what I mean? I might even do it now. You know, I'm feeling real good right now. I'm feeling real good. I'm feeling real froggy. Is that what they say, froggy? I don't talk to many people that use slang anymore. You know what I mean? So, you know, because I'm a square, I'm a coon, I'm a cracker. So I'm pretty vanilla. Yeah, I mean, I stay out of them circles, man. But yeah. Canelo gets 40 million. Caleb Plant gets 10. How much did Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford get? They didn't get over 25 million. They don't justify it. I know numbers, man. You can. Anyways, y'all have a beautiful day. I figured I'd get this video out 38 minutes in. It's good. It's time to go work out. So y'all have a beautiful day. Barbershop Conversations, man. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.